Well, hello, my friends. I am so excited to be here again with Donna Dostal, the president of the Potawatomi County Community Foundation. Donna, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, Andy, it's just a pleasure to see you, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so as I promised everybody and you as well, is that we're going to do kind of a week to 2 week look at the event coming up on October 28th with Elizabeth Smart. So let's just dive into that, because I know tickets are sold out for the actual in-person event, correct?
That's right. And Andy, if I could just take 1 second to thank you and your entire staff at Metro Magazine, at Midlands Business Journal, for helping share the word about this event coming up on October 28th. The Impact for Women Summit is the inaugural event to really catapult the conversations that we're having to help lift up women in Southwest Iowa and in our Southwest Iowa region. And so for us to be able to offer this event and for it to be just so successful so far, we owe so much of that to you. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. And I'm honored to be a part of this. I'm excited to be emceeing for the day, because, we talked just a little bit before, hitting the record button about how this event is going to unfold and all the amazing speakers and what it's about. So
yes,
let's dive in and let's talk about the speakers.
Yes, so we have 4 focus areas for the work that's happening in Southwest Iowa to lift up women around our Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa. And so on the day of, it starts at like Andy said, like you said, it starts at 8:30 in the morning. We have registration at 8 in the room, and it is a hybrid event, so it's fully in person and fully online. We're so grateful to be partnering with Planet in Omaha. They are providing the online platform for the folks that can't be in the room with us to experience the event in a dynamic way. They'll be able to submit questions, and as a matter of fact, they'll also everyone will be able to get a recording of the speakers prior to Elizabeth Smart, which is going to be great. But so the event starts at 8, registration at 8 a.m. The event starts at 8:30. And so we have Debbie Durham. She is the Director of Economic Development for the state of Iowa and Iowa Economic Development Authority. And she is coming to speak about women in the workforce and how important education, what role education plays in making sure that women are successful. Then our next speaker is Dawn Oliver Wyan. She is the president and CEO of the Iowa Women's Foundation. And so we're so fortunate to have her coming to the west coast of Iowa to share her information about what they're doing to help support childcare initiatives across the state. And then we were just blessed beyond belief to have Carolina Padilla. She is the president and CEO of the Intercultural Senior Center in Omaha. She's going to talk about aging in place and in community and the work that she has been doing and what she knows works for our communities to make sure our moms are healthy and secure in as they grow old in our communities. And then finally, we are so excited to welcome Elizabeth Smart to Council Bluffs and to the metro area to talk about her experiences of being an advocate, an author, all around her life experience. She had a harrowing circumstance where she was abducted and abused, and now she's a very strong advocate and survivor of abuse against women and violence. So could not be more excited about having Elizabeth. So that's the event. And to your point, Andy, we are sold out. We're sold out in person.
Which I think, first of all, that just, this was an event that was supposed to happen last year.
That's correct.
In the midst of all the craziness and the pandemic and COVID and everybody taking really, safety measures for the attendees. I mean, it's now happening, and it's
happening.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so happening. And so we're very fortunate to be in person in limited capacity, because we really want to be cognizant of the issues that are still facing our community. COVID-19 is still a real circumstance. It's a real threat here in our metro area, but we are taking the precautions necessary and making sure that folks can be safe. So we do have a limited capacity. So we have 200 folks in the room, in a very large room at Ameristar Casino. Have to give a big shout out to Ameristar for providing the venue for this amazing event. But we are unlimited attendance in the hybrid world. So there are still lots and lots of spaces for folks to tune in from the safety and the convenience of your laptop, of your phone, and participate virtually. So virtual tickets are $30 and they are $50 if you'd like a book. Elizabeth Smart's most recent book, and we'll get that to you. We'll try as hard as we can to get it to you prior to the event, but registration is open until the day before the event. So if you're planning on wanting to be there and be part of this amazing conversation, you can register right up to the evening before the event, so October 27th.
Wow. So let's just talk. I'm going to just sidebar a minute to the grants that you guys just gave out. And I'd like to just talk a little bit that we've got a couple minutes, but you gave out like the largest amount of grants for Southwest talk to me about it.
So the Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa, in the 12 months that we've been able to grant, we've actually, the fund has only been in existence for 2 years, and we've been building it over the last 18 months and started granting out last year during COVID and really focused on providing funding for access to affordable quality childcare in Southwest Iowa. And so last year we granted out nearly $60,000. This year, once again, we've granted out over 60, between the 2 years, over $135,000 between about 11 organizations in those 4 focus areas. Access to affordable quality childcare, aging in place, women's health, safety, and well-being, and then women's education, primarily focusing on STEM and STEAM education from K through 12, and then helping raise women out of poverty through access to education after that, that post-secondary world. Right.
Well, so I just want to congratulate you. And again, Donna, I mean, you've been in this position. Has it been a couple years since you've been?
I've been at the Community Foundation for 3.5 years now.
Okay, yeah, 3.5 years. How time flies. So
we lost a year in there, like a year and a half.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It feels like we were in suspended animation, but time didn't stop. And there was a lot happening at that time, between COVID-19 relief and working with the Women's Fund to help alleviate some of those issues. It's been a very productive last, year and a half. And we are so grateful for you, Andy, for helping us tell those stories.
Thank you so much. And again, I am personally just honored to be able to share those stories and such important stories they are, and inviting people to contribute more and giving them information about how to contribute more. So on a bigger picture scale, how can people contribute to your organization and the organizations that you support?
Well, we have a field of interest fund at the Potawatomi County Community Foundation. It is our Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa. Anyone that's wanting to be part of that solution-oriented fund that we grant from every year, they can get a hold of us at ourpccf.org.
Okay, well, great. So I'm excited to be emceeing this event coming up on October 28th. And like you said, virtual tickets can be purchased up until October 27th, the day before.
Right. Yeah, and you can get those at ourpccf.org as well. ourpccf.org.
Yeah. All right, Donna, thank you again so much for joining me. It's always great to see you.
Oh, thank you, Andy. Thank you for everything you do in our community. We're so grateful.
You're welcome. I'll see you soon. And folks, I will see you soon, and I'll be right back.